everybody, welcome back to my channel. I just wanted to pop on here real quick to let you guys know that I am putting together a spring compilation video. I know it's not spring, it's been snowing here for 2 days, but I'm ready for spring. So I don't know about you guys, but leave me a comment and let me know your feelings on the whole winter spring thing. So anyway, I've put together 23 of my favorite spring decor pieces that I've done, and I wanted to share that with you. So without further ado, let's go. So for this first project, I have this welcome sign that I got from Goodwill. It was originally from Hobby Lobby. I got it for $5, so I thought that was a pretty good deal. I'm taking the moss chalk paint and I painted the word welcome with the moss, and then I'm going to go over the rest of the sign with my celery Waverly chalk paint. While that's drying, I'm going to take this tray from Target Dollar Spot, and I just dry brushed some white Waverly chalk paint on the tray, as well as this decor piece, the welcome sign. And then I'm hot gluing and wood gluing the sign to the tray. Then I'm going to take this ribbon that I got from Michael's. It was 90% off, and I am just going to make a loop bow with it. So I just take a strip, fold it on itself, hot glue the ends, and then I just cut another piece that was a little bit shorter. And then I'm going to scrunch it in the center, take a little bit of twine, tie it in the center, and then for now I'm just going to put it aside. So it's been a little bit since I did this video, so I forgot this step. But anybody who knows me, if you've been watching my channel for any amount of time, you know that I like to hide the jute unless it's a farmhousey kind of project. Then sometimes I leave it. But anyways, I just took a piece of this ribbon and I folded it in thirds, wrapped it around the center to hide the jute, and hot glued it right there into place. Now, I am so sorry about my dogs. I am going to just put that aside for now and pull out some boxwood and other greenery pieces, and I am going to fill the space in between the sign and the tray with all of this floral goodness. And then once I have all of the greenery and floral into place, I'm hot gluing my little bow to the very top of the sign. And then fluff out the little bow part. And then I didn't like how you could see where it was glued into place. So I just took some of the greenery and kind of glued it. I kind of wrapped it together and then glued it to the top of the bow. And then I wanted to hide the jute, so I took some more of the little purple flowers and just hot glued those right up on top. And it just hides everything perfectly. And that's it for this project. I think this is super cute. I really, really like this one. Let me know what you guys think. For this next project, I have this, is it trellis from Dollar Tree? And I'm just going to cut it in half, and then I'm going to tie it together with some of this floral wire. Then I have this, it's like a tin pot that I got from Goodwill. And I'm just doing a very heavy dry brush with my mineral chalk paint. And I'm doing it all around this little box thing. Then I'm going to take some floral foam, and I have one side that's up higher than the other, and it'll all make sense in a little bit. So, and then the other one, I'm just hot gluing one piece to the bottom of this pot. Then I'm going to take a bunch of my shopping bags. Yes, shopping bags. And I am just trying to fill in some of that dead space at the bottom of this pot. I don't know, is it a pot? A bucket? Maybe I should call it a bucket. Okay, we'll call it a bucket from now on. So anyways, I'm gonna take some hot glue and just stick that trellis piece right into some of the floral foam. Now, where I did stick that, I did add another piece of foam, so it's kind of stacked twice, if that makes sense. Then I have these beautiful violets I got off of Amazon. They're gorgeous. They're supposed to be like a bouquet for a wedding, but I just cut it apart. I'm telling you, these things are so beautiful. I absolutely love them. I'll be getting more this year because I did end up using pretty much the whole bouquet. So I took some white rocks from the Dollar Tree and I just kind of dumped them all over just to try to hide the foam and the rocks, or the bags, sorry. And then I just kind of wove everything up. I added a watering can and I think it's so gorgeous. Let me know what you guys think. So I have these nesting boxes I got from the Target Dollar Spot. And then I have some of these rub-on transfers that were sent to me by Plaid. I am a Plaid ambassador and I just love all their products. I use it all. So I'm just going to add these rub-on transfers to the front and sides of these beautiful nesting boxes. Look at how gorgeous that is. Oh, I absolutely love it. So there you go. Now I have two of the big paint stir sticks, and I just painted them in the white Waverly chalk paint and then did a heavy dry brushing with the mineral chalk paint. Then I glued the 3 nesting boxes right to the stir sticks. And then I wanted to cover that like indent. So I took some of this ribbon that I got from Michael's. It was 90% off last year. And I just wrapped it around the 2 stir sticks. And I guess that gives it a little more stability at the same time. So yeah, so that's what I did. And then I'm going to take this thinner ribbon that I also got from Michael's, and I'm going to make a cute little bow to put on the top of this decor piece. Once I got that glued into place, I'm just going to add some more of the boxwood greenery and some more of those gorgeous violet flowers. The link for those flowers are in my Amazon storefront, which is linked in my description box down below. But how gorgeous is this piece? I absolutely love it. Let me know what you think. I got this picture for 90% off at Hobby Lobby. I took the welcome off and painted it in moss. Then I'm taking these 3 little baskets I got from Goodwill and I just covered them with the Waverly Antique Wax. Then I took some of the flowers and I just cut them off the picks. Now I'm hot gluing these baskets to this sign, and then I am going to add a bunch of florals in each of these baskets. Once the flowers were all added, I just took some of these, I think it's Spanish moss from Dollar Tree or Michael's. Anyway, and I'm just hot gluing it to the bottom just to hide where all of the glue is in the baskets. Then I am taking some more of that ribbon that I got from Michael's at 90% off, and I am going to make a bow. I just do the awareness ribbon and scrunch it in the center. You know the drill. Now I have these letters that I also got off of Amazon, and some laser cut, oh my goodness, butterflies. Jeepers, Tammy. So I'm going to pull out the letters that I need and some butterflies, and I'm going to use my Arteza paint pens, and I am going to paint all of the letters and all of the butterflies. And I almost forgot, but I did pull out a watering can and I painted that as well. Now that everything is painted, I'm just going to place it where I want it to be, and then I'm going to just hot glue everything into place. And that's it for this one. I added a butterfly in the center of the bow, and that's it. I absolutely love this one. I think it's so pretty. Let me know what you guys think. For this next project, I found this little fountain actually at one of my savers in my area, and I just pulled out all of the insides and I'm just using it as a vase. So I painted it with the mineral chalk paint and went over it with some white wax, filled it with some flowers, and that's it. How adorable. Let me know what you guys think. So I have this box that I also got at a Goodwill. It does have a little crack on the top, so I'm just taking some wood putty and I'm just going to fill that in. And then while that's drying, I'm just going to take all of the hinges and other hardware right off. Once the wood filler is dry, I'm just going to just take my finger sander and smooth everything out and then wipe it all down and get it ready for painting. Then I'm just going to take the mineral chalk paint and I paint inside and outside. And then I have this gorgeous paper from Stamperia, and I'm going to use that for inside the cover of the box. So once I have the paper cut to the size I need it, I just put some Mod Podge down and I lay the paper down. So then I have some of these rub-on transfers I got off of Amazon. They will be in my storefront, and I'm just going to add them randomly around this box. And then once all the transfers are in place, I am just going to take the hardware and attach everything back together. Once that's done, I'm going to take some of the floral foam from the Dollar Tree and then this gorgeous bouquet that I got from Walmart. So I hot glue the floral foam into place so it doesn't go anywhere. And then I'm just going to add some Spanish moss to the bottom just to kind of fill in the empty spots before I start adding the floral. And that's it for this one. I just think this came out so beautiful. I absolutely love this bouquet. And I love the whole piece. So let me know what you guys think of this one. For this next project, I found this wood box at a local thrift store, and it still had the original label, but I think whatever was inside was taken out. But anyway, that's okay. The ends had like this galvanized metal on it. So anyway, I took some of my white Waverly chalk paint and I just went over with a light dry brushing. And then I'm going to take this floral foam and these gorgeous flowers I got from Walmart. And I'm just taking some random eucalyptus leaves just to try to kind of cover the foam from the ends because you could see with the handle there. So anyway, now I'm just going to take a bunch of these flowers and I'm just going to fill this box until it's bursting with these gorgeous flowers. And that's it for this one. I think it's so beautiful. I love the orange flowers. Let me know what you guys think of this one. For this next project, I have these two tin, I think they're some kind of pots or something. But anyways, I got them from one of my local thrift stores. And I painted them with the mineral chalk paint. And then I went over everything with the white Waverly chalk paint. And it brought out all the detail. It looks so gorgeous. Then I'm just taking some floral foam and some of these gorgeous flowers I got from Michael's. And I'm just going to fill these pots with all these gorgeous flowers. And I added some eucalyptus just to hide the floral foam, and that's it. How beautiful are these? I absolutely love them. Let me know what you guys think. For this next project, I found this chest, which was not lovely at all. But anyway, I just took the mineral chalk paint and I went over the center part. Well, I went over everything except for that piece that I'm painting white. I don't know what it's called. The edging, I guess. But anyways, so I did 2 coats on the mineral and 2 coats with the white chalk paint as well. And then I just took one of those little chippy brushes from the Dollar Tree and I dry brushed the white chalk paint all over this chest. And then I found these gorgeous rub-on transfers. They're from Redesign. They were on Amazon. They'll be in my storefront. And I am just going to cut out the pieces that I want to add to this lovely chest. And I will add them. Aren't those transfers adorable? Anyway, so now I'm going to take some floral foam, and I only had one like solid piece, so I just put the rest of my little like scraps in there, and I'm just going to start filling it with all these beautiful flowers from Michael's. And that's it for this one. I think it's so beautiful. I love it so much. Let me know what you guys think. For this next project, I used I believe it was plaster chalk paint on this picture that was from the Goodwill. And then I'm taking this rice paper that I got from my Victorian Heart. I will leave her website link in my description box down below. Go check her out. She has some beautiful, beautiful pieces. So I'm just going to take this and I am going to Mod Podge it right onto this sign. This rice paper is much thicker than like tissue paper or napkins, so it's so easy to lay down and you don't get hardly any bubbles or wrinkles or anything. Then I'm just going to take my finger sander and I just kind of go over the edges. I want to kind of like rough it up a little bit. Then I take some of the antique wax and I go over everything and then Mod Podge everything again. And that's it. I think it's so beautiful. I love it so much. Let me know what you think. Don't blink for this next one. You might miss it. Boom, there you go. It was just a ceramic vase. I painted it with celery and dry brushed it with some plaster. And that's it. Added some flowers. I think it's so beautiful though. So for these next 3 projects, they're pretty much all the same. I have some birdhouses that I got from Michael's and some of that Stempera paper. So I painted the first one with this one right here with agave. And then I am using the plaster to go around all of the edges of this birdhouse. Then I cut out a bunch of pieces of paper. I kind of cut them at the same width. And I'm just going to add them all around this birdhouse with the exception of the one side that has the hole in it. Now, I did get this idea from Bree at Bree's Arts. I will leave her channel link down below. If you don't know her, I don't know where you've been, but she's amazing. So anyway, I'm just going to go all around this birdhouse, and then I have 2 others that I will be doing the same process. So you can see at the bottom of this frame, there is another birdhouse that is painted in the celery Waverly chalk paint. So I have that laced ribbon from the Dollar Tree, and I am just going to go around the top of the birdhouse with that that ribbon. And I do that with both of these two. Then I ordered these butterflies off of Amazon, and I'm going to use one of those for the top of one of the birdhouses. And then I have a bunch of the rub-on transfers also from Amazon, and I am just going to use bits and pieces of some of those as well. I just think they're so beautiful. Now I have these candle holders that I got again from the Dollar Tree and some of that cement all. And then I use some hot glue as well. And I'm just going to attach them to the candle holders, and that's it for these two. Now I have another one, but look at those little cherubs. Aren't they beautiful? Oh, I just think they're so adorable. I don't know. Call me crazy. Look at that butterfly. How precious. Oh my goodness. I love it. Let me know what you guys think of these two. Now for this third birdhouse, I'm using that terracotta paint from Folk Art. It's Cavern Moss. And then these two gorgeous, well, I mean, the flower one is gorgeous. The other one's just kind of solid. But anyway, so I'm going to be doing the same process with this birdhouse as I did the other two. Then I took this terracotta paint in Earthly Rose, and I went around and did all of the edges of this one as well. And then I had some of these geometric shaped beads I got from BB Crafts, I believe. And so I'm just taking some, and I'm going to hot glue them to the bottom of the birdhouse, and then I just paint them. How adorable. I absolutely love this. So now I have these birds from Michael's. I think they came in one of my grab boxes. And then I found these little birds on Amazon. I actually saw Brenda from Rustic and Lace use them. And so I purchased some because I thought they were adorable and perfect for this project. So I'm just kind of placing them all around the little birdhouse. And that's it for this one. How stinking cute. I just absolutely love all three of them. Let me know what you think. I wanted to let you know I am on Instagram, Facebook, and Pinterest. I also have a Buy Me a Coffee page if you're interested in supporting my channel. But either way, stop on by my social medias and say hi. I would love to hear from you. So now I have these little plaque things I got from Walmart. They were online, and some more of that Stampera paper. So I just used a wet paintbrush just to wet the paper because I wanted to kind of rip it. Didn't want them to have straight lines. So then once I get these all unpackaged, I have this set of ink pads I got off of Amazon as well. And so I'm just going around the edge of the paper just to kind of make them look a little more worn. Now, while that paper is drying, I'm going to take this paint from Folk Art. I believe it's called Greenscape. And I'm going to paint all of these little plaques. And then I take some of the plaster chalk paint and I'm just going over to doing a dry brush. And then I'm just going to take the glue sticks and glue them right to these little plaques. Now these plaques came like, I think it was 8 in a package, but I kind of messed up on the 2 like oval shaped ones. They're not the same shape. But that's okay. I still think they came out really, really pretty. That's it for this one. Let me know what you guys think of these. Okay, for this next one, I have one of these Dollar Tree signs and some more of that paper. And I'm just going to, well, first I'm taking the, I thought I was going to draw or trace it, but I figured it would be better to kind of place it where I wanted it and then kind of cut around it and then use my finger sander. So that's what I did. And then I have one of these little tiny, I don't know, like 1x2 or 2x3 frames from the Dollar Tree. So I'm taking it all apart and then I'm just going to hot glue the glass piece into the frame itself. And then I'm taking one of the rub-on transfers from the Dollar Tree and I just put some script in there. I don't even know what it says because I think it's like in French and I don't know anything about that. So anyway, I put that on the glass itself and then hot glued that right onto the sign. And then I'm taking this ribbon and I'm just going around the top because the paper wasn't tall enough to cover the top part of the sign. So I figured the ribbon and then I'm making a bow for the top. And now everything is covered. Or it will be as soon as I get this bow on. So I just made the tails a little wavy and glued them into place. And then I hot glued a thing of jute in the back for the hanger. And that's it. I think it's so pretty. Let me know what you think. Now I have this sign from Goodwill and I wanted to get as much of the picture off as possible because some of it was raised. So I used one of my, well, the only orbital sander that I have. And I took some white Waverly chalk paint and I went over the entire piece twice. Then I took this rice paper again from my Victorian heart, and I'm placing it on this picture at the lower part of the picture because I do have plans for the top part. So anyway, just a bunch of Mod Podge and yeah, get this rice paper tacked down nice and tight. Now I had a bunch of this like burlap ribbon and some lace ribbon and stuff from Dollar Tree, and it just wasn't working for me. And then I remembered I had a big bag of like lacy ribbon from Goodwill. So I went and I grabbed that and I cut it into little strips, and then I just tied it in the center and hot glued it right to the center at the very top of the sign. I thought it was absolutely perfect. So I put this rose, or I picked out this rose, and then I took a piece from Totally Dazzled and I hot glued that in the center. And then I just took a couple long pieces of greenery to stick under the bow to give it a little extra something, and that's it. I absolutely love this. Very shabby chic. Let me know what you guys think. So I have these 4 blocks that I got from Goodwill, and they were like those, I don't know, they're supposed to be tiles from like Scrabble tiles or whatever. So I sanded everything off, and then I have these inlays from my Victorian heart, the IOD, and this is Nantucket blue, I believe. So what you do is you get the piece that you're going to be using, you get it nice and wet with the paint, and then you stick the picture down onto the paint, and then you kind of just pat it down and then spray it with a little bit of water and pat it down some more and let it sit for a while. And then you spray it again with water when you're going to take it off, and the like picture like sets itself right into the paint. It's the coolest thing ever. Now this is the first time I've done this, so it wasn't perfect by any means, but I think it came out so beautiful. I absolutely love these. So again, you just put it down on the wet paint and kind of dab it down, let it sit for a while, spray it again to lift it up. And you can reuse these pages like 2 or 3 times. It's the coolest thing. And then I took some Waverly white wax and I just went around all 4 of these pictures. And I love these things so much. Let me know what you guys think of these. For this next project, I found this crate at one of my thrift stores, and all I'm going to do is I'm going to, well, first of all, there was a little crack at the bottom. So I just put some wood glue in there and clamped it down for a bit. Nothing super fancy. And then I am taking some more of that Nantucket blue, and I am going to be painting the brown part, the light brown part of this crate with that Nantucket blue. And then I take some of the white Waverly chalk paint. I believe it's the white, might be the plaster. I believe it's white, but anyways. And then I am taking just a little bit of the paint and dry brushing it on, and that's it. I just placed some stems in there, and that's it. I thought it was so beautiful. Then I have this, it's a little lantern, and I painted it with that same Nantucket blue, and then went over all of it with the white wax, which brought out all of the detail in this. It was so cool. And then you just add a little light to the bottom, like a little flameless candle on the inside, and that's it. How beautiful, huh? I think it's so gorgeous. Let me know what you guys think. Okay, now I have these nesting boxes. There's 3 of them I got at Hobby Lobby, and I used that cavern moss, I believe, and I painted all 3 of them in the same color. And then I'm taking some of the Dollar Tree rub-on transfers, and I am going to add just little bits and pieces to all 3 of these boxes. Now I did lose a little bit of footage, but I have the boxes glued together, and then I had these handles from Hobby Lobby, and I just used some E6000 and some hot glue and glued those handles right on. And then I'm just laying the flowers inside and all the greenery. I didn't hot glue anything into place. I just kind of just let them lay in there, and that's pretty much all there is. These flowers were a bundle from Walmart. They've got some really beautiful florals there, but anyway, that's it for this one. I absolutely love it, of course. Let me know what you guys think. So I got this wood blank from Target, actually. It was in their crafter section. Now, I left this part in because it's a big, big boo-boo. But anyway, so I had one of these Chalk Couture transfers, and I just laid that down. And then I took one of those, it's a wood burning, like, ink or whatever. I can't remember what it's called, but anyways, it was a total failure. So I put way too much of the stuff on. So when I burnt it, like, it was burning, it was doing its job, but it was kind of bleeding and it just didn't look good. It wasn't crisp and everything. So I tried wiping it down and it just got everywhere. It was a disaster. So now I'm taking some hot glue and some of that paper from the craft paper from the Dollar Tree, and I covered the back. Then I painted the front with some plaster chalk paint, and then I have these half beads that I got from Amazon, and I'm just going to hot glue them all around the outside of this plaque. And then I guess I'm not done yet. I should be done like anytime now. Anytime. Okay, so now I'm just using my heat gun to get rid of all of the glue strings. Now, this rub-on transfer is from Amazon. It's gorgeous. It comes in a big pack, like a big roll. It's so pretty. But anyways, yeah, there you go. That's what it looks like. It's gorgeous, absolutely gorgeous. So once I have that done, I'm just putting the jute back on, and I do take some of the beads, and I can't remember if I kept them on or not. I sure hope so, because I'm putting an awful lot on if I'm not keeping it. So I'm trying to decide, and then I'm like, nope, don't like them. So I just made a knot on each end, and I cut it off, and that's the hanger I'm using. Now I have this blue ribbon from Hobby Lobby. I love it. I'm so glad spring and summer are back so I can use it again. And this striped one as well, both from Hobby Lobby. In love with both of them. That's it. So I'm using some twine and I do the awareness ribbon, scrunch it in the center, tie it in the center, and then I am going to dovetail the ends. And yes, I am almost 100% positive that I covered that jute in the center with a piece of, oh, look at that, wouldn't you know it? So I fold it in thirds and then wrap it around to cover the jute because that's just my thing. I don't like it showing, only sometimes. Anyway, I'm gonna just hot glue this ribbon right to the side of this plaque. And then I just tack the ends down a little so they're not flopping everywhere. And I don't want it to cover that gorgeous transfer. And then I fluff up the ribbon or the bow, and that's it. I think it's so pretty. From a fail to this, I will take it. Let me know what you think. So now I have this box, again, I got from a thrift store. I'm using the Waverly chalk paint in Sage, and I coat the entire thing inside, outside, upside, downside, everywhere. And then I'm just going to put all of the hardware back on. And then I have some more of that rice paper from my Victorian heart. And I am just tearing the edges. And then I'm just going to use the Mod Podge. And I am going to just glue everything down into place. And then I'm taking some more of that white wax from Waverly and I'm just going over the whole entire piece. I think it came out so pretty. I did, take some paper towel and kind of wipe everything off as I went along. And yeah, so that's it for this box. How gorgeous. I love all of that paper so much. Oh, so gorgeous. Let me know what you guys think. And now my last one. I had that metal container I got from a thrift store and I just had an extra piece of wood laying around. So I painted them both in that Waverly Sage chalk paint. And now I am just going through all of my half beads to get the right sizes. Then I'm going to take some painter's tape and I am going to put all of the half beads on the painter's tape so that I can paint them using the plaster chalk paint. Then I'm just going to start hot gluing them all around this piece of wood. And once I've got those all down, I'm taking some more of that white wax and I'm going over this entire piece of wood. And now if I had thought about this earlier, I would have waited on that until I got this piece of metal down. Because sometimes the wax just makes it more difficult to adhere things to. But anyways, no harm, no foul. It got done. And now I added a transfer onto the front of this metal piece, and then I'm using my wax again on that piece. And then I'm taking some more transfers, and it's just basically like branches, and I'm just adding those to either side of where I'm going to be placing this metal piece. Then I take some E6000 and a little bit of hot glue, or maybe a lot of it, I don't remember. But anyways, I do use some hot glue as well, just to adhere this metal piece right to this piece of wood. And then I'm taking some of my absolute favorite flowers from the Dollar Tree. Every time I see them, I grab a bunch. I absolutely love this piece. Let me know what you guys think. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, go ahead and give it a great big thumbs up for me. It really helps me out. If you're new to my channel, welcome. I hope you'll consider sticking around and hit that subscribe button, and don't forget the bell so you'll be notified every time I upload a brand new video. I thank you so much for spending some of your day with me, and I will see you next time.